not good. You're the pride of the family. Don't let those unnecessary emotions affect your...
No. Brother, you seem to be in low spirit. What's happened? Is it because of the Watchmaker's guest list?
Yes. I received the report that death had taken some of them. I'm sorry. I forgot you just came back. You probably wouldn't know about it. Somehow, a nightmare called death has descended upon Penacony, striking indiscriminately in the utopian dreamscape envisioned by the family. Such sorrowful incidents shouldn't arise. It profoundly undermines the equilibrium and serenity.
I can't believe this has happened.
Yes. There were two. One was a stowaway. Was you. That's enough, fool. Your deeds have saddened me.
Pretty sharp, aren't you? Chicken-winged boy.
The Odes of Harmony talks about honesty. The words of a fool begins with foolishness, and please leave. Their dreamscape doesn't welcome you.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Why, I'm just curious. Now things have come to this. Is the family still unwilling to fight? I mean, really? Don't tell me.
It's not yet time. When the fated day arrives, I shall mete out justice with...
Wow, you can endure that much? Truly a heart of ice you've got there. Hey, maybe we could actually get along. How about this? I'll stand in for your dear sister at events. Surely you don't want the world to hear the Charmony Festival's been called off.
The family has a plan. And do not dishonor my dear.
All right. Just putting it out there. If you're ever in a pinch, remember, I've got your back. I mean, who could resist a guy rocking spikes on his wings?
There's no need. The malefact, should the transgressor fail to turn away from this path, their sword will be hot, and when that time comes, the heathen will realize they're but a mere mortal. And I will join their vanguard to announce...
Ah, friend. My expression wasn't much better than yours when I first saw this. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. It's her. The famous singer, Robin. Well, first of all, can I just say that this had nothing to do with me? I'm just an unlucky bystander here. The family can testify for me. If you don't believe me, just ask anyone in the Bloodhound family. They hate me and they hate the IPC, so they'd never lie. This is not where the crime happened. What I showed you was a memory. The most basic light cone manifesting tech, authorized by the Garden of Recollection and owned by the IPC. Did you really think the Galaxy Ranger was an outsider this whole time? Penacony has made a solemn commitment to protect the safety of anyone inside a family dream. Any person in distress will be forcibly awakened and safely returned to reality. What gives them the confidence to make such conclusive statements? Because behind this promise is the harmony. The family's Dreamweavers link up their minds together to construct an unbreakable defensive line, breaking through this line of defense to create death in the dreamscape. Not even a memo keeper could do that without the family's permission. Who could have done it, friend? The only one is her, the girl who calls herself a Galaxy Ranger, an imposter, an unsought guest. Ifrit's death was a foregone conclusion. And Robin? Her misfortune was staring right at her. Who will be the next to die? It's fine. Listen to your gut. Building trust always takes time, and I'm willing to wait. I just hope you realize that wherever that legacy is concerned, covert plans are already underway throughout Penacony. Everyone's got their own agenda. Careful you don't get stuck on the wrong side. If I were you, I'd keep my distance from Acheron. After all, any schemes out in the open are always going to be better than a monster in the shadows, right?
Who's to say there isn't an even deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface?
Memo Keeper, I think our little deal is finished.
Aventurine is telling the truth. This memory...
The IPC is not the Garden, and there are real limits to what they can actually do. Friend, let's not beat around the bush here. The thing is, I want to reach out personally. I told you, I'm just not interested in scrambling for the legacy. I just came to Penacony for work. I'm here to retrieve... This has all become a bad debt thanks to the cancer of all worlds. The IPC has tried sitting down for negotiations time and again. You have no idea how difficult these people are to deal with. Put it this way. They've hushed up the existence of death before, so that it'll just quietly float off like a bubble, and that's not fair, right? So then, friend. That's fine. But I'm really not asking for much, so why don't you at least hear me? I have but only one goal. The family's front door is like a high wall, and to tear the whole thing down, I'll have to dig out a few chunks first. Once I find a weak point, the IPC will have... Now we have our chance. So long as we can get to the truth behind her death, we can have justice for Robin. While also gaining a valuable bargaining chip, truly a once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity. This tragic news would be extremely bad for the family, so they'll be doing everything, but I trust that there are still a few factions that remain exceptions. And that's why I need you all. You get to find out really what happened and seek justice, and I get to put it toward completing my mission for the IPC. It's what you call a win-win. Don't worry, just head back and talk things over with your That navigator is really smart. She must understand the value of this deal. Look. Oh, and take this. A thorough investigation can always use a little more fun. So long, friend. I really am looking forward to uncovering the...
Aventurine just sauntered off. He really doesn't mean to force